Hello, I'm Glenn, and I am going to be talking about spinal cord injuries and how a treatment and development that uses stem cells could be used to alleviate symptoms. This is a presentation for our biology class, and the articles that we've used will be credited at the end of this video. First, let's talk about what is a spinal cord injury, and what causes it, and what are the symptoms. Now, this is a very self-explanatory thing for most of you, but we want to add this just in case some of you don't know what a spinal cord injury is. A spinal cord injury is damage to any part of the spinal cord or nerves at the end of the spinal canal, often causes permanent changes in strength, sensation, and other body functions below the site of injury. If you've recently injured your spinal cord, it might seem like every aspect of your life has been affected. You might feel the effects of your injury mentally, emotionally, and socially. Now, this is starting to sound depressing. While on the bright side, since this is a project about how stem cells could help alleviate symptoms of your spinal cord injury, all hope isn't lost. But first, to be able to start talking about how stem cells can help spinal cord injuries, we need to first talk about how stem cells can change into other cells. You see, stem cells are a pretty special type of cell. Stem cells produce new cells by dividing. These divided cells become specialized cells when genes are either turned on or turned off. With this in mind, it would be possible to help repair some of the damage done by spinal cord injury by having stem cells turn into nerve cells, which will then help repair the broken nerves in a spinal cord injury. This has even been tested, as seen with our next source. We found this medical article made by Mayo Clinic, talking about stem cell treatment after spinal cord injury. The article talks about stem cell treatment for patients with severe spinal cord injury. Mayo Clinic developed a clinical trial known as CellTop. This procedure involves intrathecal injection of autologous adipose-derived stem cells. Wow, that's a handful. Now, some of you may be thinking, the thought of having a needle inserted into your spine may not sound too appealing, but it is a treatment to help improve and alleviate the pain caused by spinal cord injury. Rather than not being able to move, that is actually a pretty good deal, I would say. Stated in the February 2020 issue of Mayo Clinic Proceedings, the neurological examination at the time of a spinal cord injury revealed complete loss of motor and sensory function below the level of injury. The patient underwent posterior cervical decompression and fusion, as well as physical and occupational therapy. The patient's condition improved, but shortly after improvement, the progress stagnated. Stem cells were then injected several months after his improvement had stagnated. Scientists measured for any signs of improvement 3, 6, 12, and even 18 months following the stem cells injection. Thankfully enough, the patient reported a strong improvement with his grip and pinch strength, as well as a range of motion for shoulder flexion and abduction. This shows that patients who are suffering through spinal cord injury can have their conditions improved through a stem cell intrathecal injection, as seen with the patient at Mayo Clinics. Now, that concludes the explanation of how stem cells can alleviate symptoms or treat. However, though this treatment seems to be a done deal, there are still issues related to stem cell transplantation that need to be resolved. And there are still no full cures to spinal cord injury till this day, but this is one of the ways to minimize the problems caused by the injury. And that's the end of this video. I would like to thank Mayo Clinic's medical article to get the answers that we needed. The medical article will be in the description. And I guess that's it. So, goodbye, and I'll just go to sleep now.
I think I should be the one who's sleeping because I did most of the work.
Haha, yeah. I did practically nothing.